U.S. in?
B.
Oh, what is it? Hold on.
B.
B?
B? Yeah, B in Houston.
Okay, we're in B. Canada's in Group A.
Yeah.
Canada's now first place in Group A because
Yeah.
of points after today.
Yeah.
U.S. is hoping to become second place or to
Yeah, they would be the runner-up.
maintain second place because we lost to Italy.
Italy is undefeated. Yep.
Unbelievable. The Guidos are kicking ass.
And then that sets up a Canada versus USA
It does.
quarterfinal.
In Houston.
Unless USA gets number 1.
Wait,
no, they won't because Italy will be undefeated.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
That ship has sailed with Italy winning. Yeah.
So this means that we'll get so now we get the rematch of US Canada, but in baseball 2 weeks later. Oh, this is awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. Wow. So that's dope. All right. So let's see here. Go live. Let's see. I think there's an issue with X going live.
Yeah, X is a complete mess.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out. Why is it not? Huh.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, whatever. I guess damn. I guess I'll have to just I don't know. What can we It's on your YouTube and we're on my YouTube.
Yeah.
We know that much. And we're recording for Spotify. Okay. That's good. But I don't know why hold on. Let me try. I'm gonna remove that and then we're gonna add hold on.
Oh,
Let me try
man. Fuck.
Save changes. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, it's not allowing us to go live on X.
Yeah.
Do you have Pro on X?
Yeah.
Okay, then that shouldn't be the issue then.
No, it's not. It's on this side. It's the StreamYard's the issue.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what or why, but I know like StreamYard's been having an issue recently. And so I just don't know why it's been doing this though. This is kind of like it's been like they give you like a notification that there could be
right
an
on
issue.
top. Yeah, it says right on top. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll tell you like, oh, there may be an issue when you go live.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I guess we're experiencing that issue. Well, whatever. Is what it is. So, all right. Now, this week, the couple of things that we did want to jump on, obviously, right? The World Baseball Classic. So when the show started, anyone who was listening got to hear us literally like talking about the scores. Italy is currently the 1 seed in Group B. That is the group that the United States is in. And we are waiting for that game to end so we can potentially and hopefully get to the second round, right? To the quarterfinals.
It's already.
So let me. I guess here's the question that I guess I'll kind of pose to everybody. Like, what went wrong yesterday? How did DeRosa not know that we didn't qualify yet?
He is completely clueless.
Yeah, he screwed up big time. And
he thought USC advanced, and he said
record that they were going to go. They were going to advance with a 3-0 record. That's what they assumed. So what did the boys do? They went out and partied that night, and they were very sluggish the very next day.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was really
they screwed it up.
The fact that they didn't realize this was a qualifying match.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
It just, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't know. A lot of people are talking. The big thing that's come up, Cove, that I know you've probably heard, right? People talking about how DeRosa is trying to get a coaching job in the MLB, right? Like,
yeah.
But how do you hire the guy for the MLB when he misses something like that? Like, that's such a big piece of what managing in the World Baseball Classic is. How did you not know that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's just one mistake that and right now it's working in their favor right now because with the 7-0 lead, with Italy. This puts USA next round.
Thank gosh. Thank gosh.
Yeah, we could have been in big trouble today. Like
Yeah, we could have
USA
been
not
eliminated.
making
Be
it
like,
to the
what?
quarterfinals,
What?
Oh man,
bro.
look, when I woke up, right? So I saw the loss last night, but when I woke up at like 4 a.m. or whatever it was, that was when I saw the information about how we could potentially not advance. And I'm like, wait, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
yeah, Joe Robinson.
If it was a super low scoring game, that would have been big trouble. That was the big factor today.
And then the worst
Oh,
part
man.
is, at least the worst part to me, Aaron Judge, who ends up being what are you doing over there? Eating a bag of chips?
Yeah.
Hit mute next time. Sound like a bag of Ruffles getting opened on the air.
Oh, shit.
So Cove, were there any like specific questions that you had geared towards the World Baseball Classic? Because I know there's so many things we want to talk about today.
Let me double check here. I had NCAA.
March Madness.
Mark
Yeah, I had the March Madness.
Yeah,
it was a big
tournaments
thing
are
we were
starting this
talking
week.
about. I have Major League questions, but that was it. I didn't really have anything with the World Baseball Classic per se.
So World Baseball Classic, everyone kind of knows where we are with it at the moment.
Yeah.
We're in as the U.S. Canada's there, right? So mostly everybody who tunes into our show ever is from North America. So Canada, you guys are already in there. America, we're waiting on Italy to finish the job off for us. Unfortunately, we put ourselves in this situation, and we should not have. Cool. So now we move
The one
to
question
NFL
I
free
have,
agents.
though, the one question I do have is, now that you know we're kind of where we're sitting with the final eight, who do you realistically think is going to be in the finals?
I would say DR's been the most dominant team so far.
So I guess here's my question. I have to look at the brackets. Did they set it up like DR and Japan can only meet in the final?
No.
I'm not quite sure about.
No.
That's what-
It's DR is playing Venezuela. They're both 3-0. The loser will go up to the runner-up. So the loser of tonight's game will play Japan.
Okay.
So
The
if
loser of
DR
tonight-
loses, they could play Japan next round.
Right.
So Dominican
sure?
Republic and Venezuela are playing right now. The winner plays Japan, and the loser plays, I forget whoever's in the runner-up against Japan.
Wait, okay, so say DR wins. DR would play Korea?
Yeah. A plays
Okay.
B. Winner A plays runner B. Winner B plays runner A. And same thing as C and D.
Okay, that's very interesting. So as of now, we're looking at Canada, US, and PR against Italy in the A and B side.
Yep.
Okay, and then Japan, and we just have to see what's the score look like. Does anyone know what the scores are?
7-0. I think VR game.
4-3. 4-3.
4-3,
That's a close one.
Yeah, so they're playing to see who wins that pool.
Yeah. The winner of the pool and the loser plays Japan. So
Yeah.
I
this
wish
is
I knew
where
where my television.
this is
remote
where
was.
you like does DR go? Do we lose this game so we don't play Japan?
Oh, 4-3. Yep.
Yeah, that's
But they still play Japan though, regardless of
yeah.
A versus B. The winners will go play each other, and then C versus D. So Dominican cannot get away from Japan.
No, it can't. But the thing is, do you want to play them first round? Like, would you rather take them early or face them later?
Yeah. So this sets up for USA to go all the way because Canada, I know Canada is not making the finals.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever made the quarters. So this is the best
it's a
we've ever
nice
had.
run. It's a nice run.
It's a nice run for us.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? As of now, do you think that DR is putting on a more dominant performance, or
For
Japan?
sure. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the DR versus Japan game is going to be probably the
Yeah.
most exciting game we'll get out of this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I feel like Japan has looked like the best team.
They've had some scares. They really have. Like over the weekend, I was watching the games in the morning. Like there was some scares.
Well, I know, like, the game with Korea was kind of tight to
Yeah,
start.
and so was Australia. Like at the end, like they allowed like 2 homers, and it was a 1-run game.
Okay, well, that's fair. I'm in the position where I'm a Dominican American. So, like, I won't be pissed if Dominicans win, but I want to see America win.
Right.
Bro, I want Mexico to win so bad, but oh my god.
Yo, Mexico, you guys got to just stick to soccer, I think. Actually, you guys
Yeah,
got to
we
just
got
stick
stick
to
to
boxing.
soccer for sure.
Bro, you guys your best sport is boxing. Let's be honest. Steadily have Mexican world champion. So, all right. So now the next thing I know, Cole, before we jump to NFL free agency, I know Cole just touched on March Madness. So why don't we just dive into that? Because we got the 2 college basketball guys here.
Yeah. So I have the first question I have is which number 1 seed is most likely to get upset before the Sweet 16?
Oh my god. Let me.
Okay, so this is kind of an interesting one. Technically, we don't know what the seeds are yet.
Yeah, we don't know what the seeds are yet, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Oh,
who's most
like-
likely going to be a number 1 seed?
Officially, right? So
But it
Right.
says
You
which
know that
number 1
Duke,
seed. So you can find
Arizona,
somebody-
Okay.
who do you think the 4 number 1s are going to? Okay, so let's start here. Showtime. What is your prediction for the 4 number 1 seeds?
Probably Duke, Arizona. Hold up.
Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan.
Michigan
Yep,
for
I was gonna
sure,
say that. And then what's the other conference?
Do you think that it'll
Florida?
be Florida?
We want Florida.
UF, probably. Yeah.
Florida?
All right, so let's just say right now, if our prediction as a group, we got Duke, Arizona, Michigan, Florida as the 1 seed. Now, based on that prediction, we'll start with you, Caleb. Which one of those teams do you think is going to get upset first?
I think Arizona could be upset first because I haven't seen that in the championship in a while. Arizona could be upset first.
Okay, that's fair. What do you think,
Yeah, I
Showtime?
haven't seen Arizona make it in a while either, but
Mhm.
so it's hard to say because the other teams have good track records, and it's really hard to say if they'll get eliminated.
It's hard to say. Yeah.
It feels like when Arizona actually is like there, like being talked about, it feels like they're a real threat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of whether or not they actually are, I guess, right? In this case, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest, and like this might just be me being a hater. I think that the team that goes out first out of the 4 this year is going to be Florida.
Interesting. I mean, they did lose those few guys from last year. But I would say they have the most chemistry out of all those teams. Like, they have a lot of guys that returned from last year. I know they lost their guard, Walter Clayton.
They're a good team. Listen, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like Duke is what
Duke
you know
is
what
a
Duke's doing right now with the Boozers. I mean, they got the whole situation over there. I think Duke's going to win it all. But you know, all right. So what do we got? What's the next one we got, Cove?
We have so which Cinderella team outside the top 5 seeds could make a Final Four run?
Oh, I don't know about that yet. I think it's too early for
I've
that.
already like said this before, but I think I've said about Kansas, but that depends on Darren Peterson.
I like Kentucky chances. I like Kentucky chances, but I don't know.
I just don't. I'm not even gonna lie. I just don't know. It's the kind of I wouldn't even know where to start.
Now, since we talked about
UConn, maybe?
NIL before, in that sense, is the transfer portal era making March Madness more unpredictable?
I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. So
Yeah.
you might know the answer to this, Showtime. Like,
What's up?
you see the way like an entire roster might flip over in football, right? Because of NIL in one season. Is that happening in basketball at the same level?
No, there's a lot of teams that lose players to the portal. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, would you say that like the portal is as big in basketball as it is in football?
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of teams like, changing rosters, basically.
And there's so many more Division I basketball teams than football teams.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. That's fair.
So
Like,
now
you
this
rarely
one will
see a
be,
team have the same players every year. Like, it's year after year. New players on new players.
And so a lot of these guys are there. It feels like they're so you're seeing guys in these schools now for like 1 or 2 years, and that's
Exactly. Yeah.
Zero like allegiance. Like you think Cooper Flagg actually has like any like allegiance like a regular like Duke student would?
I don't think so. I doubt it.
All right, like he was there for months.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cove. What'd you say?
oh yeah, I was going to go with the next one. So this one will be more interesting. I picked 4 teams. Now this is part of my question, but which program has the best chance to win the national championship? Duke, Kansas, UConn, or Purdue?
It's
I
hard
say
to not
Duke.
say
I
Duke.
say
It's
Duke.
hard to not say Duke. It's
Definitely
really
Duke.
hard to not say Duke.
Kevin Bruder, yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Caleb says Purdue. So first, we gotta go to Caleb. What makes you pick Purdue? They're good.
I think they got Kevin Bruder, and he's pretty good. He's real talented, so I'm going to go for Duke.
Okay, so you're going for Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Purdue.
No, I said Duke.
Oh, I'm hard of hearing. You have to excuse me. I'm over 40. I don't hear too well. Okay. Okay, so you guys both think Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duke.
From what I've like this is what I've done this season. I've like gone to just had conversations with Showtime about it, and he's kind of keyed me in as to what's going on. I really haven't been watching college basketball at all. I've bet on it a little bit, but I haven't really watched it. And from what he said as well, it feels like the same thing. And when you listen to the NBA analysts, they're already talking about the boozers coming to the league. And so, like, you know what I mean? Like, they've got NBA players playing against college kids, basically.
Exactly.
So, let's say Duke.
But I wouldn't rule out Duke not making the championship, honestly, because they've had stacked rosters before that haven't made it.
I thought they were going to win last year.
They didn't win it when they had Zion, RJ, and Cam Reddish, and that was like
Yeah,
the best
I know
three
Cam
in
Reddish. Yeah.
They
Yo,
lost to UCF, I'm pretty sure.
who does Cam Reddish play for now?
Cam Reddish is not in the league anymore.
Yeah, he's,
How did that happen so fast?
He's not in the league. He's
not playing
there.
overseas.
He was on the Knicks for like a little minute,
Yeah.
and that was the last time I heard of him.
He was on the
traded to
Lakers.
Knicks, and then I never heard of him again. Oh. Okay. What, Cove, you okay? You got the face. You were like,
Yeah, I don't know what's going. I'll be back in a second.
I think there's a little delay. I think that like StreamYard is just fucked up today.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
That's what it seems like, right?
Yeah,
There's
it's
like a
kinda
little bit of a
lagging.
delay. Like
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's all right though. Whatever. It happens. You know. Yo, so dude. All right. Now let me ask you guys, and like Cole will be back momentarily.
all right.
The Max Crosby thing. Okay,
Oh
like
my God,
Showtime.
dude.
What do you think what do you think really happened?
It's a cop out by the Ravens.
I
would
don't
say.
know,
It's a
bro. I
cop
thought
out
you
by
were
the
going to the Raven, but I heard report that he did not pass his physical. That's why he's not.
And so, okay, so look, exactly what Caleb just said, right? They said he didn't pass his physical. Now,
Yeah.
everybody knows he was shut down at the end of the season, right? He had to go get meniscus surgery. He got meniscus surgery from the doctor who works on everybody, who's apparently like the Cowboy surgeon, right? So everyone knows what's going on. Like none of this was hidden. They knew exactly what was going on up front. It feels to me like they got cold feet after because they made the announcement last Friday. Now they had the tampering period before they could actually do the deal. And in that time frame, it feels like they were watching the news themselves and they were like, did we overpay? Like, should we not be giving them 2 number ones or 2 first round picks? And that's the way it felt to me. What did you think, Showtime? Is that legit?
I think that's exactly what happened. They just like we gave up too much.
Like it just
For
they
a
seemed
guy-
like they just popped out.
Yeah, for sure.
So Cole, now you're the
Yeah.
devil's. I know you're going to be the devil's advocate. So while you were gone, we just started talking about Max Crosby's situation.
Yeah.
So we're on the same page. Showtime and I are on the same page about the fact that it just sounds like a cop out.
Yeah.
And like that's fine. And then they went and they maxed out Trey Hendrickson. Good for him. But you felt like maybe it was a different reason. So, what was your thought process, Cove, that we were talking about earlier today?
I mean, it's just multitasking. Yeah, I can't recall exactly where I was going with it, but it was just like I can just see. I always look at these deals as like there's alternate purposes to why things happen and whatnot. But like I was saying was like once the season ended, he knew he wanted to be gone, and I know he just went through surgery, and I get that. But even knowing that you want to be gone, you have to be 100% ready for a physical. So for some reason, he wasn't prepared for a physical. Like he should have been prepared for anyways. Whether he was going back to the Raiders or not, he had a knee surgery, so he should have known that a physical was going to come at some point.
But this is the point, right? The surgery was last month.
Yeah.
They know that. There is nobody on earth, right? Of course, when you see somebody's knee 1 month after surgery, no, okay, I can't pass this on a physical today because
his knee's not gonna be normal.
Exactly. Like they know that.
Yeah.
That was already known. But then like using this as like the logic, this was a cop out, dude. They were like, dude, you know what? We're about to be paying this guy $40 million a year. Like his price tag is $40 million a year, and we have to give 2 first-round picks to this other team for him.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
and then there's reports. Oh,
but what I meant is like this could
pair.
have also been a move though. Like this was, they could have got him off the board, so everybody spent everywhere else, and then they used that to their motive to get Hendrickson.
Well, so look, like they got Hendrickson. Okay, so let's say the flat number, and it might be a little higher actually, but let's say the flat number for Max Crosby works out to about 40. The 4-year, $118 million deal that Trey Hendrickson inked today, that's $29.5 million a year. So they're paying significantly less. up front for a guy that they know has production with no injury issue.
Yep.
Right. So I feel like they just went back and they looked at it, they talked it out, and they were like, you know what? Like, what are we doing? Like, this makes a lot more sense for us, but it just sucks.
It's capped for them for a potential Lamar whatever deal, because that's up in the air too.
Yeah. And like it I don't know. This felt like an NBA deal. Like,
Yeah, NBA deal. Yep.
this doesn't happen in the NFL, really,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, but like
Rarely happens.
I wish
Rarely-
drama was here
rarely
because
happens.
he had more he read about it, but he was saying that they were trying to work out a deal with him. So it's like an underlying thing. Was it really the knee, or was it really they couldn't figure out how to get him an extension to go cheaper?
Well, and so this is exactly what I think, is that it wasn't really the knee. There was just like, they were like, once they actually had the weekend to look at everything, they were like, you know what? Like, we're not getting this at the number we really want, but we can get Trey Hendrickson at the number we're good with.
Yeah.
Like, let's back out of this. And they were like, well, how are we going to back out of it? And somebody was like, yo, he just had surgery last month, the physical. You know what I mean? And they were like, let's go with the physical, and they just, one of those kind of things.
Like you
But
were talking
also,
about the
but the
NBA.
Ravens-
This reminds me of the
Ravens
Dalton
are
Connect
hurting,
and
though.
Mark Williams thing. Like last year.
Exactly.
You
the
said
Mark
NBA,
Williams.
and that's a perfect example.
That's and that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, dude, like they're really like they're NBAing this guy right now. Like, what is going on? Like, I've never seen this happen in the NFL.
No, but the Ravens are hurt, whether we want to look at it or not. They lost 7 people on their starting roster to free agency.
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. We have a great tight end in Isaiah Likely now.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Let's go.
That's what I mean. Like the Giants have rebuilt off of like other people's misfit, whatever, pieces, right?
Well, and so I'm glad you just said that out loud, and certainly, so this will lead to a question that I'd ask everybody. And I'll start with you, Cove. What do you guys think? Like, in your estimation, what like one or two teams, or like what teams have really crushed the start of free agency? Like, who just came out? I feel like obviously the Giants have come out very, strong. Who else do you think?
Oh my god, it's gonna surprise you because of where my head is and logic and certain things, and I sometimes surprise you. But the Atlanta Falcons might be the surprise next year.
Okay, so listen, I'm on board with this actually. Okay,
Yeah.
so Showtime's a Miami fan, so
Yeah.
this is a great conversation. You see him, he's like, wait, no, Showtime. Check out the logic, Showtime.
Okay.
Look at where they're playing. Look at where Atlanta plays.
Yeah,
Look
it does.
at the
I
teams
get
that
it.
they play. All warm weather or indoors. So
Tua
half
has a
his,
good record. Yes, I know.
so half his season,
I get
he's
it.
going to
I
be
get
playing in
it.
the weather he likes automatically.
I get it.
So
Okay,
like,
but I'll give you this logic. No, this
and
is
for
where
the
my
league
broken-
minimum,
Yeah,
you guys are
minimum.
paying for it.
Because I know Showtime. He fleeced you for $220.
Oh yeah.
We all know that. But now I'll give you this logic. Now, you wouldn't have known if you guys knew me like 20 years ago. I was a lot more leaner. I was more like Vince's size, like more leaner and cut and more built. Now I'm more stockier built. So I'm going with this one. With Tua, like we got fat Tua this year, right? I don't oppose to it because I think he put on weight so that when he goes to camp, he puts on muscle. So he has a little bounce back when he gets hit. So I think Tua is going to be a different player because of the added weight.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm not against the logic.
Yeah.
I do think here's what I think is good, right? For Atlanta, Atlanta's in a pretty, like right now, they don't know what Penix is. Like they drafted an injury-prone young man to begin with, which is not a good look. They're gonna get rid of Kirk Cousins if they didn't release him already.
Yep.
I think they did. Yeah, they did.
They did.
Yeah,
Okay, so that
the
designation is done.
11th was when Tua got officially released to be signed and all that.
Exactly.
Already
And so
official.
if they're getting Tua at league minimum, that's like $1.3 million.
Yeah.
And if he
so-
doesn't work out, it doesn't hurt. So
Exactly. So it doesn't affect their cap space,
It's not
which is
gonna
a
affect
good
your
thing.
cap rate for sure. Yep.
So
Oh, yeah.
why
Yeah,
not try it? I guess.
So Tom,
what's up?
I want your opinion. Is Pentagon start for Atlanta or Tua?
I think Tua will. I think Penix is still hurt, right?
Yeah.
Or no.
No. Oh my god. All right.
Penix Jr. he's still got a lot of learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think Kirk really showed him anything. I think Kurt was there. He was like
Kurt was there for
all about-
himself.
Ice Kurt was there for money. I don't think he was
Yeah,
there
he's
for
not a
leadership.
team player. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So I think he's
Um,
going to get a different logic with
All right.
with Tua there because Tua has been a leader, regardless of how you feel about how he's played with Miami.
He's not a leader. I'm sorry.
He was
Well,
still
but-
in that position, though. He was still put in that position.
Right, I get
Here's
that.
what's good, right? Now, before they didn't like, okay, so before it was like Kirk thought he was coming in to be the starting quarterback. Like Tua understands coming in, like he's not the guy day one. You got to go win it in training camp.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got a chip on his
but-
shoulder, kind of.
Exactly. And if he comes out of it, what this could be for Tua, this could be his Daniel Jones season where he has, a little renaissance. He's not going to get, he may or may not get money like Daniel Jones. I don't know. But,
He's got paid more than Daniel Jones already.
well, yeah, to start. But, Daniel Jones is in the all-time earnings. He's in the top 25 highest earning NFL players all time.
Oh yeah, because he's got the money now. It's the same thing as Kirk. Kirk made
Bro.
more money than Brady at one point because of the way the contracts are now versus what they were 20 years ago.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's good stuff.
But all
point
sides
is-
of this with Showtime for 1 second. So I know you don't love Tua because what Tua is done with the
Look,
Dolphins.
I'm very.
but
I'm neutral about Tua. I don't hate him.
okay,
I don't.
okay.
I don't.
but with what he has in Atlanta around him and what he had around in Miami, can you not see that Tua might do better with what he's
No,
got
I
around
can see
him?
it for sure. With the with playing in a dome, of course.
But also the caliber of players that he has that he's going to be playing with.
London, yeah,
It's
he
just
has
a
the
little better on paper than Miami. I do like the Dolphins, but not like the way Tua's got built around now.
right.
What do you guys think about so right there have been a couple of receiver moves so far, right? Or receiver deals, I should say.
Yeah.
What do you think about the deal that Alex Pierce got?
That was. I didn't think you would get that much, honestly.
I'm a little confused by it, right? Like, okay, so I get it. He's a deep threat. Cool. But like the guy averages like 40 catches a season. Like, he's not a number one receiver.
He's not.
Like, maybe he can turn into one, but he's not been utilized anywhere near. Like,
Yeah.
he's getting 50 targets a season. That's not a number one. Like, it just, I don't get that. So,
That
I don't
just completely reset the receiver market in a way, kind of.
you think?
I mean, him getting that much, like when he's not a wide receiver one, is like, I don't know, head scratching.
Like, what is AJ Brown like? And this is why Philly is trying to get like 4 first-round picks for.
They're gonna try to get too much, and they're gonna end up having to.
AJ's awesome. He
awesome,
just
for sure.
doesn't fit into that team.
He wasn't that good last year.
He still
wasn't
had
that good
1,000
because of
yards.
The locker room issues. He just didn't want to be there. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just on-
He
they
wants
want
to be like he wants to be in a situation where like he's the spotlight.
yeah,
You
he's
know,
a
like where it's the
partner,
AJ Brown show.
yeah.
Do you think this is possible?
Yeah, it's not
Stephon
good
Diggs
at
going to
all.
KC?
Whoa! Isn't he like in a big court case right now, or what?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if he gets past his bullshit and he's able to play in the league, what would you say with Stephon Diggs going with that the way, KC's moved around a little bit?
I mean-
so Stephon is stupid. period. But that's his outside life.
Yeah.
And that's not my business. He showed last year that he could be an extremely productive receiver without problems on the field.
without problem. That's
Um,
the thing. He cannot get away from problem.
I think the issue for him is that he's just too much of a character. Like bro, you like the whole Cardi B back and forth, and you're getting into trouble with this. Like he's always getting the stuff off the field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll feel for sure.
I see an absolute hilarious narrative of that because they're like, so Stephon Diggs goes to KC, who would stop this? And he goes, I'll give you the one answer: the Kansas City Police Department.
Exactly. They always have some type of players with off the field issues.
Well, he would definitely fit on Kansas City. Like, he would be a good receiver for them. And I don't think they're going to end up with Tyreek. So, I mean, that'd be good.
No, definitely not.
Imagine, so imagine they actually come back into form. And then, we get like a playoff Kansas City team. And Pat Mahomes has Walker in the backfield with him. And he's got Stephon Diggs on one side and Hollywood Brown on the other side. Plus Kelsey's still running around out there. He's got some
Worthy, etc.
So,
boy.
I mean, that's an instant Super Bowl team. That's like number one going into next season with Stephon Diggs. Or if you get a Stephon Diggs kind of caliber player that go there.
They still have to replace their corners though. Like they lost Duffy.
How do you? So this was weird to me. How do you how do you let both of your corners go?
Yeah, now you have no.
Now they have no good corners, man.
I mean,
look in the draft.
I trust Spagnuolo as a DC.
Yeah.
He was my DC as a Giants fan once upon a time too. The guy is the best at what he does. But damn, bro, you're gonna leave him with no cornerback, so he's got to start from scratch.
And they lost their starting safety too. So
it's crazy. Having no skilled defenders,
they have Chris Jones on the defense, and that's pretty much it. And Karlaftis on the line, and that's it.
Karlaftis is good. I like him. He's a good linebacker.
Now this is an interesting twist with him because we brought up Walker, but do you guys would know why the logic that they won't put the 3 on his jersey? They'll only put Walker on there. They won't put Walker the 3rd. Is there a specific reason why they won't go Walker?
About that. They don't put the 3 on the jersey, huh?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think they put juniors on jerseys either.
Oh right, yeah, that's true.
Unless I guess somebody of that same name is on the same thing.
Yeah.
I guess.
But no, I think that they're just they're a little tight about that stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, and just for one side fact, because if we move over to baseball anytime soon, did you know that on the Jays they have 3 Jimenez on the same roster?
Jimenez.
Yeah.
Jimenez. Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah. I say it differently, but you know what I mean. But there's 3 of them on the roster.
I'm Dominican, and my family that isn't Quesada are Jimenez. Yeah, so that's our other last name. I got a lot of those.
But yeah, they had sitting there slotted on a 2-3-4, was all 3 of them right next to each other. It was and they're all G Jimenez, whatever.
Are they all from DR?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
it. Isn't Andres? I think Andres Jimenez is from Venezuela. No, because he's playing for Venezuela for the WBC.
Yeah, not sure, but it's just funny to see 3 guys in the city. You're like, Jesus, it's like a Spider-Man movie, right? It's like, hey,
I still can't believe. So I don't know if I've ever told you guys this. I was 13 years old in 1996, right? So Derek Jeter, obviously I love Derek Jeter. My next favorite Yankee from that era growing up is Jorge Posada. So this morning when I'm going to look up this whole Team Italy thing, and then I get to their manager and their manager is none other than Yankees great Jorge Posada. And I'm like, really? Like, really? It had to be a Yankee managing these guys right now? I still can't get over the fact that we lost it. Like, they should have been like our team should be able to just step on the field with anybody besides maybe Japan and DR and just wipe the floor with them.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
But
crazy.
Mark DeRosa was asleep and the team was out partying for what reason?
Dude, it's crazy.
I might have to
Okay,
root
so
for DR. now.
here's
That's-
another
that's
question
how
for you guys.
everybody
So for the next round, the round of 8, right? This is the quarterfinals.
Right, yeah.
Right? Is that it?
Yep.
Quarterfinals?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So now in the quarterfinals, so teams were playing all over the place before. Where are the
Yep.
quarterfinals?
It's in Miami, it's in Houston, and that's the only two I know. Hold up. Where
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the
It's
other-
Miami, Houston, and the finals is in Miami.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay. And so it just keeps getting smaller and smaller, and then
Yeah.
the last city is Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because you just get that one game, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and they play
so there's
separate.
nothing
Like the
international, yeah.
semifinals are one day and another day.
Okay, cool.
So,
All right, dope. All right, what else we got?
I had nothing more for that. It was just mainly just baseball questions.
All right. Baseball season's here.
Baseball season's here.
Yeah. This is the interesting one for the first one. Should the LA Dodgers be considered the clear World Series favorites heading into the season?
Easily. Very easily.
Yeah, like I'm a Yankees fan, and like I'll be low key disappointed if they don't three-peat this year.
Mhm.
Like, I want to see some history. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just gonna beat everybody up, at least create some history for us.
Exactly.
The next few are going to be like a solid team question, so it's going to be very specific.
Right.
But are the Atlanta Braves still the most complete team in baseball?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think they'll be beat up by injuries. Injuries always get to them for the last few years.
So, okay, so we're saying like everyone's healthy, that you believe the most complete team in baseball is the Braves.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm talking about functionality across the board. I'm not just talking about your stars. I'm talking about if a right-hand relief pitcher goes out, they have a solid comparable pitcher on their roster. So I'm saying it's complete. They don't take a huge dip by losing somebody.
fucking Dodgers, bro.
I know. I was waiting for you. I know.
I can see the
No,
logic.
they can sit out for a month and they'll still be the best team in baseball. I
Yeah.
really believe that.
Because the thing is, they can be hampered by injuries, the Dodgers, but they have crazy depth, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Dude.
They're
Their
the
farm
most
system
in-depth
could be-
team. Yes, I will give you the Dodgers are the most best on paper, best about everything. But I don't think the Dodgers are a complete team.
I digress, but
You see how he's trying to trick us. I don't even like what.
No. The reason why I say is yes, you could separate the squad of LA and put them as two professional teams. But where that is you have guys that basically are competing against each other, while the Braves are a team that is more complete because they play together.
I don't know. Here's what
I
I
just
know.
see it in a different way. I just see when I watch Atlanta play, I see the way the chemistry, the way the guys play, the battery position. If you guys don't know what a battery position is, pitcher and catcher.
yeah.
Now, but when I see LA, it's just, oh, they have no care in the world because they know if they lose first base, they have someone that equally just as good. They just have the cockiness with them. They don't care. They just know they'll have, if not, they'll just throw money in the free agent pool and pick up a solid first baseman and make him a solid first baseman. That's just the arrogance with the Dodgers. I just think the Braves are just a more
I know
complete
they've
team.
spent a lot in
Yeah.
free agency, but most of it for a while, like Mookie, Freddie, etc. Like
Mhm.
Muncie, even like there's been a lot of guys that have been developed, but not developed, but like been there for a good minute.
I mean, yes, and I know Atlanta just lost one of their best players, and he moved over to somewhere else, but he went over to Pittsburgh. But still, I don't know. I just more belief into the Braves, and the only reason why I said Vince more like was like, oh, he kind of sees it in that way is because over the years of him knowing me, I'm oddly weird with my teams, and somehow I talk about a team and they get good. I just I can see the Braves being a competing team this year.
Also, they can compete for sure, but I don't see them as the most complete team
Okay.
because their starting staff is already banged up going into the year, and like Spencer Strider's not the same pitcher he was before surgery. Chris Sale always has injury problems. They lost Schwellenbach before the year even started, like for like half the season. Like that rotation's a little bit of a question.
It is for sure. Can the Baltimore Orioles young core turn a top ranking team? Like, can they turn them into a World Series run? Like, do you think they're ready for
World Series? I don't think so, but I think they'll be an AL East contender for sure.
Listen, here's the thing, right? If you look at the AL East, they currently have to get through.
It is.
They have to be a World Series contender to come out of the AL East.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like to me. So I was going to touch on this with the complete team idea, and I was going to throw out Toronto as a very complete team, and I was going to specifically I feel like Toronto is a team that could find themselves in the deep rounds. Like as a Yankee fan, I am deeply concerned about the Toronto Blue Jays going into 2026.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
And just for shits and giggles, as being a Canadian, and because even when you're like, well, White Sox, really? When I'm not a Blue Jay fan, I'll tell you right now, I'm thinking the Jays. This is like 2015. 2015, we had a great run with Jays. They could have made the World Series, but they made mistakes against Cleveland. So I can compare that team the same as this team, and I can see the Jays having a little bit of a not as lucky year coming into this season because I think they believe in this team, and I understand it. I love that drive with them, but I just don't see the Jays being that dominant team that we saw last year.
I could see the argument because they did lose a really good player in Bo Bichette.
So if you remember last year, Bo Bichette was actually injured and on the IR, at which time the team became hot. They then had to try and figure out later how to put him back into the lineup as they were approaching the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to be the issue for them per se. It just listen.
By the time they lost Bichette, they were on a run enough that they had enough momentum to keep going the way they go. And I can just see that they believe that, okay, we had this run without Bichette last year. We could probably do it again. And I can see there's going to be key issues with that. Now, Bo Bichette was there when they started that run, and he helped them get there. So without him there this year, I think it's gonna take a hiccup with them.
And the thing is about them is like I don't feel like. Here's my critique, I guess, is that it doesn't feel like they've really done anything to become a better team, right? So once you get to the World Series or to the Super Bowl or whatever, you've shown that you are one of the two best teams in your sport. Now everyone's paid attention to you, and they're going to know what you got.
Yeah, now they're prepared for you. Exactly.
You have to do something in the offseason to get better. And I don't feel like I didn't see them get better. That's my concern, is that I didn't see them do anything to elevate from the team they were just this past season that almost made it but didn't. So
Yeah. And I mean, I'd say it's a small change, but I'd say it's a huge change. They lost Alex Manoah, right? Alex Manoah, and they pretty much tried to replacing him with Dylan Cease. Like that's why it's going to affect their starting five, is because they're bringing in a fresh new face into the rotation.
it'll be interesting to see how Cease
It'll
does.
be
And the
interesting to see
interesting
how
one on
Cease
top of
fixes
that
this
is
year.
Treyu Savage. Yes, he had a hell of a postseason. I'll give that kid, thumbs up for he went from AA to AAA to World Series in the same season. Like he had a
And
hell of a
dominating the
glow up.
Dodgers lineup pretty much.
Yeah, but
Oh.
who says that Savage is going to be a threat this year? We don't know that.
I mean, listen, I feel like he passed the test.
Oh yeah, he passed.
Oh yeah, he
every
definitely
test.
passed the test.
He
You
was
know
a
what I mean? Like,
5-tool player when it came.
Anything's possible, like-
he was.
It's pretty possible for sure.
from like a hypothetical, like I could see that, like maybe he could, who knows, he could regress or who knows, but like the way that his like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just continued to level up. They were like, we need this of you. And he was like, I got that. Like
Yeah,
whatever, you know what I
always-
mean?
yeah,
And he
yeah.
just kept stepping up to it. I just feel like that's his character. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna see a fall off from him next year. That like I feel like I don't even think we saw the best of him yet.
Mhm.
That's very reasonable. But what I've seen is they're gonna limit his workload early because his workload was super big last year, like from the minors to the majors. Like they weren't expecting him to be in the majors by the playoffs. Like
Yeah, no,
He just rose
pitching a
that
complete
I'll
game.
give you an example. Like Madison Bumgarner, one of the best to ever play in the World Series, just the World Series, because of his ERA was ridiculous. You saw what he threw, and then you go into next year and you see what his ERA was next year. There was a difference between that Bumgarner and the season after.
I mean, listen, it happens. It's not.
It's all about the moment too. You're playing. Savage's biggest games were in impossible games where you never knew what the outcome was going to be. Baseball is all about statistics. It's just that in the caliber of the games that he was playing, he showed up. Yes, I'll give him that 100%. He showed up and showed why he deserved to be
100%.
there. But that's when. But we've had that. We've had those guys like Kiki Hernandez. You don't hear about Kiki Hernandez most of the season, but playoff Kiki Hernandez is different.
But that's
So maybe
that's,
Savage might be just that playoff caliber kid, right? Maybe the regular season might show different.
that's
Hey,
true.
listen.
That's a good point because we really only saw him in the playoffs. That's true.
Yeah. So
um,
we really can't judge him fully until we see a full first season.
he might go his first season. He might go 9-8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And a
he might
lot
go
of people
9-8.
will digress from his World Series appearances to the way he's playing now, and they'll take that as that he's sloping downwards. But no, that's just the curve.
It may take some time for like year one. I don't expect him to show up and be a 20 game winner year one. Or year two,
No way.
technically, right? But his first full season in the majors, I don't expect a 20-win season out of him, right? If he can keep his win percentage above 500, I'm in a happy place and he's going in the right direction.
Yeah, and like a sub-4 ERA, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean?
Like, he
They gotta
doesn't have
set,
to blow
they
the
gotta
world
set
on fire.
realistic benchmarks.
Yeah.
That's up to him and the pitching coach.
Yeah, it's
There's
a
a way-
180,
there's a way
it's a
to bring him
180 game
along.
season. You pace yourself throughout the season.
Yeah, because I think they just have to remember, yes, we got there. He showed up in the moment. He was that guy, but this is still his first full season in the majors. So the hopefully the team does right by him and now says, all right, we got to dial back. How would we handle a year two pitcher in the majors?
Yeah, because he was in high intensity and like the regular season isn't always high intensity. That's
Exactly. So they'll a good pitching staff is gonna accommodate that, I think, the right way, and he'll be fine long term.
Yeah.
I hope. I like a good pitcher. I hope he is.
For
Yeah.
sure.
It's just one of those things that he played against one or two teams basically, and now he's going to go up against 20 more next year. So maybe
Yep.
he could be the best out of LA, but then he goes against the Angels and he's a 3.95 ERA against LA Angels. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't know until he sees other
Listen,
teams.
there's gonna be a team, no matter what, especially in his first full season. There's gonna be, hey, little girl, my daughter just pulled up. Come here. But there's gonna be a team who has his number year one, right?
Yeah.
It might even just hopefully it's not like a Rockies or some team who makes him look silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you don't want. Hey, girl, she got her little bluey pajamas on. So hopefully it's nothing like that. But at least like say like the Yankees maybe year one have his number, or like the Red Sox. Okay, well that's pretty. That it's the Red Sox. That kind of thing happens.
Yeah, that's not good.
You just hope it's you hope it's the right team, and then he looks bad against.
But as you were talking about the Jays, are the Houston Astros still championship contenders, or are they starting on a decline?
Sorry, my daughter was just hollering. I didn't hear anything you said.
Okay.
So are the Houston Astros still championship contenders, or are they on a decline?
I wouldn't say decline.
Can they be both?
I would, yeah.
Like
In a way, they're kind of both, I would say.
they're not declined. They haven't declined enough that they can't put it together. Like,
No, I'm saying,
they can
are they
still make a run.
starting to decline? Not that they have declined. Are they?
No, yeah. And
starting
so
to
like
I
they're
wouldn't
starting
say
to
so.
decline,
No.
but they're at a level. They're still good enough where like the stars could align and they could find themselves in some meaningful October baseball, certainly. But like the time is running out on that for sure.
For sure.
On this
Yeah.
tour,
For
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I would say they make the playoffs with a healthy Jordan Alvarez. That's the main thing, because Jordan
Yeah.
Alvarez wasn't the same guy last year. He's healthy. He can hit 40 bombs.
He's a stud.
Mhm.
Hopefully the lockout doesn't happen this year. It's happened like in a year or two, but hopefully it doesn't happen this year.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't want any lockout.
That's the big thing over baseball.
Let me ask you guys a question. Now, maybe this was absolutely nothing, and it was probably absolutely nothing, but you'll know a better answer. The other night, what game was it? Maybe it was Mexico against the U.S. Rosarena went to dap up.
Yeah, the
Colorado.
Rosemary and Cal thing. Yeah, I
And
know.
Cal was like,
Yeah,
chill,
he
bro.
just,
Like,
he just shook him off. Like,
Yeah.
didn't even acknowledge him. Yep.
now, Rosa Moreno was a little offended. He came out. He said a little something in Spanish the other day. He made his remarks. It was good. I laughed a little bit. But
Is it anything more than banter? Like, who knows?
well, and so some reporter chick was talking to Cal Raleigh, and she was like, "Well, what happened the other day?" And he was like, "Listen, like that's my boy." He's
Yeah.
like, "Nothing happened." He's like, "You guys are just making something out of it." He's like,
Yeah.
"That's my boy. Everything's cool. We're in the
He
Mariners
talked,
locker
he
room."
talked to the Seattle manager and was like, nothing's wrong.
Yeah, I think it was like right now I'm America, you're Mexico.
Exactly.
Like,
Like, it's
go
the
ahead.
U.S. and America
I'll see you in
rivalry,
a few
and
weeks.
that's.
Like,
I think that's all that is.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's cool.
Hopefully Cal Rowland do that thing next season like he did last year. Hopefully he
That's
does.
way too high of a bar to have. A 60 homer season again for a catcher would be crazy.
Here's the good thing about him. Every year he has gotten better statistically, right? But last year was an aberration, right? He was like 24, 30, 34, and then he went from like mid-30s to 60. Like,
I would
Yeah.
expect like around 40 homers, but he like raises
Yeah,
his
40 or
average.
50 homers.
a 40-plus season would be excellent.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
40 plus
I'm
homers.
not saying it's going to be that kind of decline, but we've seen that before in history because, well, Maris hit 61 one year after hitting 40, and then we never saw that ever again from him. So it's like, it is quite possible that this might have just been a season that just might not happen again for him.
Hopefully
For a
it does. He's a
Yeah,
young guy.
hopefully.
He's good.
I mean, I can still see 40, but not another 60. He's not going to do a Sosa to hit like 60, 60, and 60, and then still
No.
not win like the home run title or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a weird thing like that.
Well, he's in the Aaron Judge era, and you know, for what it's worth, Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge right now. When it comes to those statistics, he's crazy. So, what else we got?
I was gonna say the one quick one before the real kind of question is: do the Yankees still have enough pitching to justify a top 5 ranking?
I'd say their pitching is pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say.
Cole
But
should
is
be
it?
back.
But is it?
Yeah,
but
Cole
is
should
it
be
a
back.
top 5 though? Are these guys going to be in the top 5?
Okay, so hear me out, right? We were a top 5 team last season, right?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And we did
Yeah.
not have Cole. Cole will
Yeah.
be back this season. Now, Fried had an exceptional regular season last year. Do we get the same level from Fried this year? Hopefully. He's a pretty good guy, right? But if we can get 15 to 20 wins out of Fried and Cole, yes, we are a top 5 baseball team.
Mhm.
100%.
And Schlittler too with the little
And
with the
Schlitz-
playoff
oh,
he had, yeah.
yo, he's been dealing in spring training too.
It was like what, one start? I'm pretty sure because he was a little bit behind.
Yeah, it was I think it was yesterday.
Okay,
It was in the last 2 days.
right.
It just happened. It's the only reason I know because I caught that once. Yo, I got the notice. So Cove, you remember last year, guys, if you have T-Mobile, go see what they give you for free. It's amazing. I got MLB TV last year. So the other night I'm sitting there and I get an email from T-Mobile and from MLB TV, and they're like, "Hey, just letting you know, we renewed your subscription. Enjoy MLB TV for another year." I was like, "Let's go." Oh, wonderful, wonderful news. MLB TV is great.
It's awesome.
Now, the only other one I have interesting because we're getting to that time. I'll give you a few teams. Like, I'll give you the White Sox. I'll give you the Athletics, the Marlins, the Pirates, the Rockies. Out of these guys, which team do you think has a chance to not only just get out of the bargain basement of like 25 below, but to be like a wild card this season?
Wild card.
Okay, so here's my thought process. Hopefully they make it to a wild card this year, but just in general, like future prospects, I feel like, especially now with the World Baseball Classic too, I feel like they've been doing a good enough job at displaying Paul Skeens' personality and like who he is.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think that he's starting to attract like sluggers. People like other positions are like, you know what? I would play with that guy. Like, I think that Skeens is good for business there, and I see them starting to be able to bring people in
I
and
think they-
build around him.
Yeah, they could sneak into the wild card for sure.
That would be my team to pick this season for that. And I think I think they have a bright future as of now as well.
Yeah.
They're trending up.
You see my hat. I'm gonna say the Marlins.
and I think you root
'Cause I
for the
think they-
Orioles too, right? Yeah, you root for the Orioles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say they're more on a contender status.
You just pulled the Marlins, so I'll just pull the.
Well, so the Orioles are a tricky one, right?
Yeah.
Think back to 2 years ago, even, right? They were a much better team. Last season, we expected them in contention, and
They flopped completely.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
big. flop.
Alonso might be a difference, though. He might be a difference.
I expect them, and this is why I was saying I think the AL East is just like the AL East is going to be so bad this season. So good,
So bad. Like, yeah, like so good.
but it's going to be like
Yeah.
as an AL East fan, it's going
That's
to be so
easily the
bad.
most competitive
because, like,
division.
I know my team is
sure.
going to lose more games in the division this year,
Right.
Because
but
the teams are better in our division.
They picked up a 40 home run hitter from the NL, And there's a difference between the AL and the NL when it comes to these home run hitters. And it just picking up Alonso is going to be a different bat that the Jays, the Red Sox, and the Yankees are just going to have to compete against.
Exactly, and I think he'll be big for the young guys' development. Like he'll be a great clubhouse guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
definitely.
Had to be around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he's
it's going to
got-
be a different. It's going to be a different clubhouse having Alonso around and
Having
stuff
Taylor
like that.
Ward too. Like they have a mix of young and old now, and I feel like that's.
I don't
a good
know what
recipe.
his stats specifically are, like against, say, the Yankees, but like he does well. He hits well against the Yankees.
Yeah,
Like I would imagine he hits pretty well against all of the AL East teams already.
I think so. I'm not completely sure, but I think so.
My unregrettable choice of a long shot sleeper pick for me this year is going to be the New York Mets.
Mets.
Well, like the Mets should be good though. Like,
The thing is, they should be good. They just disappointed last year. That's the thing.
Yeah.
2 years ago, Mets they took the Dodgers to the wire, right? And then all of a sudden, you know what? They added Juan Soto, and he just didn't have the juice. Guy fizzled out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Soto
He had a great season.
Yeah,
I'm going to be watching the
I'm
Mets
just hating
because
as
they
a
got
Yankee fan.
Bichette. Soto got Bichette added to his roster. He also got Luis Robert. Now, Robert, I believe, is more than a 20-plus home run hitter, and I think he can do that in the Mets. I think he was just
but the thing is,
I think he was so
that
disgruntled.
in the
I think
past.
he was so disgruntled in Chicago. That's why you didn't get numbers out of him.
Right.
It's fair. It's going to be interesting to see. They should be a good team. I like when the Mets are very good. I'm not one of those, I'm not like a Yankees fan who hates the Mets like that. Like, obviously I'm rooting for my team first, but if the Mets are playing like pretty much anybody else, I'll cheer for them. Just because they're a New York team.
Right.
So I don't really mind it, but All right.
But just to ask that very quickly though, for New York side, which side of New York did you really grow up on? Did you grow up on the Mets side or did you grow up on the Yankee side?
So I'm from the Yankee side, and then we moved to the Mets side when I was a certain age, and I went to high school in the Mets side.
Okay.
Yeah, but so I'm from the Yankee side. Like my mom, my family's really from. Like my mom went to school even in the Yankee side, in the Bronx. And my family's from the Bronx and Harlem, but we moved out to Long Island at a certain age, and I went to school out there. And,
so
and
you
Long
already
Island
had
was
your
much
love for
more
the
Mets.
Yankees before.
I used to go to the bleachers in Shea Stadium. Oh, it was so awesome. Awesome. Whoa. Oh my God. Old Yankee Stadium and Shea Stadium, nothing better. I was spoiled. We used to just cut school and you could take a can of Coca-Cola to the Mets games and get into the bleachers with a can of Coke.
Now you can't bring anything.
No, but it wasn't what it was is you save your can and you redeem it there and they scan it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a thing back then, stuff like that. You could do that. Nowadays they don't have get throwaway tickets like that. It's a whole different thing. I sound like an old fart, huh?
When penny candies used to be penny candies.
So before we hop off for the evening, did Italy finish the job?
Let's see.
9-1 last time I checked.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
It's
9-1,
but the
God.
scenario for the U.S. was Italy just needed to score 4 runs and they were in. So
Yeah.
Okay, and it's the bottom of the ninth, so the game's over. Okay,
yeah.
cool beans.
And
DR
Dominican
has
Republic
taken control of the
up
Venezuela
7-4.
game.
Yeah.
Right now, Dominican Republic is up 7-3 in the 7th.
Yep.
So there you
So
go.
they're dominating as they should.
Nice. All right, listen. I think that's all we got. I know, Cove. You got another thing going on tomorrow night, correct?
Yeah.
So check out Cove's page. It's at I don't know. You change your X too much. I don't know. It's what's it called now?
Backyard Unks.
Okay.
Backyard Unks. Okay. I thought that was the chat. It's the actual. Okay. So
Yeah.
the actual check out at Backyard Unks, right? Exactly what you think it says, like Backyard Unks sitting in the back drinking beers type thing, right? Backyard Unks, right?
Mhm.
On X, and you can see exactly what my guy Cove's got going on tomorrow, and you'll be able to check out. He should have his YouTube posted for
Yeah.
tomorrow's show, where I'm sure they're going to be covering more baseball and probably a lot of Ravens stuff too.
And NHL stuff too, because we have the playoffs coming up.
There you go. It's almost that time.
All right. Yep.
We'll get back to NHL next week. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into Vinny's Corner. Fellas, I'll check you next week. It's been a pleasure.
Yep.